Hey guys, Nightowl here. Today I would like to talk to you about something that has affected my family, my friends, and probably a lot of your family and friends, and could even be you. Today I'd like to talk about depression and anxiety. It affects me greatly. On here, it's just different for me because no one is around me when I'm making these videos other than my kids. And once it's out there. I guess through time it's going to get better and everything else. But anyways, I really wanted to talk about it because it does affect a lot of the population. So I want you to know that you're not alone. And so the facts that I went online and grabbed a few facts other than personal experience. Anxiety does not always exhibit symptoms the same way. So for each person, your anxiety and your depression affects it in different ways. There's social anxieties, phobias, panic attacks, mild discomfort. There is support groups and self-help books and doctor-suggested techniques that you can use for this. But for some people it helps, for some people it doesn't, but it has to be a constant thing. You have to be constantly seeking help, because there is lulls where you end up feeling like you don't want to do anything and stuff like that. So it is very hard. If you have a friend that suffers with depression, don't treat it as, oh, well, just get over it. Come on, let's go do this. How come you can't do this? Because it is very serious for them. It affects us all in different ways. For some of us, it shuts us down and we just don't want to do anything. We don't want to deal with anything. So we just kind of hide in our room and whatever, or we choose to find an addiction to cover up that. A lot of the symptoms are excessive worry, sleep issues, irrational fears, like for you, fears that don't make sense to you. It could be a justifiable fear for them. Tense muscles, chronic digestive problems, stage fright, self-consciousness, panic attacks, perfectionism, and self-doubt. Those are a lot of things that affect anxiety. So where somebody has a panic attack, they may be worried about how people are going to look at them, what they're going to say, what they're going to do, how people are going to talk to them, how they're going to deal with people if that happens, stuff like that. So it's debilitating for some people. Depression can affect how you feel and think, and affect how you think, concentrate, make a decision, and it can affect your memory because for me, when I get rushed, I start panicking and everything else, and I tend to forget things, and I kind of go right off, and I have a really hard time with it. And depression can affect you in a really big way. There's a lot of symptoms of depression that can affect your physical and mental health. So it's not just something mentally, it's something physically. And for someone to sit there and say, well, you need to do this, and you need to go exercise, or you need to go shopping, or you need to go see a doctor, you need to do this. The more you push a person that has high anxiety and depression, the more they retract, the more they become recluse because they don't want to deal with it because it's too much pressure for them. Suggesting it is a great thing, but until that person comes to grips with what they need to get help with, there's not much more you can do other than be there as a support for them. I've had a few friends that don't talk to me anymore because they're having a hard time with understanding what I'm going through mentally and physically. So, but I still love them, and I understand sometimes that people just don't understand. They think depression and anxiety is an excuse, but it's not. So I just want people to know that you are not alone. So some of the symptoms that you may notice in a person that has high depression and anxiety, there's aches and pains, inability to sleep, excessive sleep, being excessively happy, inexplicably happy, getting sudden palpitations like heart palpitations, sudden fear of normal things, like I said, normal things like chalk or like clowns or like things that a lot of people are not afraid of. People are afraid of. With depression, it's just it's more heightened. The urge to cling on, constantly irritated for no reason, so lose your temper very, very quickly, or they're constantly agitated all the time, constantly craving comfort food, slow down inability to perform tasks, so it makes it harder for them to do daily things that would be easy for most people. Forgetfulness, and it is a genetic disorder, like, it's in your genes, and the person with depression is the only person that can seek help to fix that. Sudden increase or decrease in energy, constant boredom, self-blame. So we're constantly blaming ourselves for everything. We think we're at fault for everything. We think everybody's talking about us, like we've always done something wrong. We always have to fix it, stuff like that. Regular nightmares, weight changes, sudden weight changes, digestive disorders, sloppy dressing, and sloppy grooming. So if you see someone that just doesn't care how they look, and they don't care what their hair looks like, or whatever, a lot of that is due to depression, because they just come to the point where they just don't care anymore because they don't think that anyone else does. So it's a very hard thing for them to understand. And like I said, there's a lot of people that think that depression and anxiety is just an excuse, but I guarantee you it is not. I suffer from it. It is a hard thing to push myself every single day with the other disorders that I do, the disabilities that I do have. It kind of depresses me more because I want to be doing more for my kids and everything else, but it's restrictive to me. So anyways, I just want you guys to know that, please, if these are things that you're feeling and things that you're going through, any of these, please try and go to counseling, seek a friend, talk to your friends, talk to your doctor, and if you're not ready for that yet, then you know what, you have a friend. It's not easy, but you can get through it. There is, the people you think aren't there for you usually are the ones that are there for you. So if someone offers to help you, let them help. And you never know what may happen. So anyways, thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate every single supporter that I have. And for all my supporters, if you guys need to email me or ever want to email me for anything, my email is thenightowl258@gmail.com. Feel free to email me. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. God bless.